Okay, so you obviously clicked on today's video because you can't shoot straight, or you're just looking to shoot the basketball better. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. A lot of players have issues with trying to get that basketball to go straight. Sometimes some players will have issues of the basketball going out towards the right side, and sometimes it's the left side. Now, today, let's wonder why and see why that issue happens. Now, if you're still having issues trying to get your shot to go straight after this video, make sure to check out my shooting form breakdown down in the description below. And basically, you can send me your footage and I'll be able to break it down for you. So basically, go check that out if this video doesn't help you. Okay, so the basics is everyone's different. Everyone has a different reason why they're not shooting straight. Some of the more simpler reasons why a player is not having their shot go straight is because of their hand. Their mechanics may look absolutely perfect, but the shot still doesn't go straight. Why is this? Well, for some reasons, or for some players, the reason is because the hand is not wide enough on that ball. So there's a lot of players who will shoot with their palm off the ball like they should be, but their hand is not wide enough. If you can widen your hand out as wide as you can, that is going to allow you to have a greater grip, and with your hand smaller on the ball, it's got a higher chance of rolling off the sides. With it wide, there's a lesser chance, there's a higher chance it can either go off your middle finger, off these two fingers, your pointer and middle, or your ring and middle. These are the three options that players have. You can basically try out each one, see which one works better for you. I personally prefer the middle finger best, and having your hand wide is the best way of being able to shoot the basketball straight. And it's sometimes just the simple thing of just widening out your hand, and you could go from a 20% shooter to a 40% shooter. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it can be a little bit more difficult to shoot the basketball straight. Sometimes players will shoot with their arms way out wide like this, and obviously their coaches are going to say, bring your elbow underneath that ball. Well, there's a reason for that. But if you can't square up to the basket like a lot of coaches will teach you, with your elbow underneath that ball, which is extremely hard, especially for people who are overweight like myself, or even just for the average person, it's sometimes extremely hard. What you need to do is to slightly tilt your body away from the basket so that you can get your shoulder and elbow in line with the net. That would then bring that basketball underneath the elbow so that now you can have a straight shot. The biggest form factor when it comes to shooting a ball straight is getting that ball above this upper arm and having the shoulder and the elbow pointed towards the rim. That is the biggest reason why players cannot shoot straight, and it's the hardest to teach. Now, for some players, they have to shoot from their chest because they may need the power, or they shoot from the middle of their head. And for those players, obviously they will not be able to right away get that basketball over the shoulder. And we still see that in players that are in the NBA as well, like Trae Young, who shoots from in front of his face, and then Steph Curry, who shoots more over top of his right eye, which is generally the more comfortable option for most players. And to be honest with you, being over top of your right forehead or your right eye is still technically over your shoulder. About half the ball is. So at that point, you would be fine and you don't have to worry about it. And if you're making your shots from in front of your face, like Trae Young, then don't really worry about your shot if it's going straight. However, if it's not going straight, if you're finding that if you're shooting from here and it's going way off towards the left side, or if you're left-handed and you're shooting from here and it's going way out towards the right side, well, guess what? It's time to change that. You're going to need to get more strength. And to get more strength, you don't necessarily need to have more upper body strength to shoot the ball. That should be the least of your worries. It should be coming from your legs. More leg power will allow you to shoot farther away. Another reason why some players cannot shoot straight is because they have a thumb flick. Now, in some cases, a thumb flick is handy, as in a case of Steph Curry as an example. He has a slight thumb flick, and it works out well for him. However, if you're shooting the ball and you've got a big thumb flick on that ball and it seems to go out towards the right side, or if it has no backwards rotation, or if it has no arc, well, at that point, it would be time to change, because that thumb flick is no longer helping you, and now it's actually hindering your shot. Now, the last reason is for some players, they'll shoot and they'll jump towards the right or left side. If that's the case, you really have to train your body to jump straight up and straight back down. And for some players, that's really easy to learn. Other players, it's a lot harder. But generally speaking, that is a massive reason. Combine it with having a shot where your hand twists in the air. That again is going to really affect your shot, and you don't really want to have that. You want to be able to flick straight forward, either a hard or a soft release, it doesn't necessarily matter. But these are the reasons why some players will shoot the basketball off towards the right or left side. I hope that this video helps you. If it does, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.